I am so excited about watching this trailer.
This is gonna be perfect.
Can we dim the lights? I got a meeting after this.
The Studio is one of the sharpest, funniest, and most surprisingly heartfelt series to hit TV this year. Created by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, and an all-star team, this Apple TV Plus gem is an absolute love letter to the film industry with a pitch-perfect satirical twist. The Studio is a satirical cringe comedy series created by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, Frida Perez, Peter Hayek, and Alex Gregory. It stars Rogen as Matt Remick, the newly appointed head of the struggling film company Continental Studios. Remick is a cinephile at heart, a man torn between making quality films and meeting corporate demands in a world obsessed with IP, brand synergy, and streaming metrics. Released on Apple TV Plus on March 26, 2025, the first two episodes dropped to critical acclaim and has already been renewed for a second season. So what makes this show so special? Well, the tone is somewhere between The Office, The Player, and Entourage, but smarter, more self-aware, and far more cinematic. The cast is phenomenal across the board. Seth Rogen, as I said, plays Matt Remick with just the right blend of sincerity, anxiety, and deadpan sarcasm. He's trying to be the cool studio head, yet he's trying also not to crash the ship. Catherine O'Hara here is fantastic as Patty Lee, the former studio head and Matt's chaotic mentor. O'Hara's comedic timing, well, just still on point. Ike Barinholtz plays Sal Saperstein, Matt's best friend and VP of production, sort of like a hype man meets a PR nightmare. While Chase Sue Wanders plays Quinn Hackett, Matt's former assistant, who gets bumped up to the junior executive. She brings a fresh energy and some hilarious Gen Z commentary. And then of course there's the great Catherine Hahn, who of course is always a scene stealer. And what can I say about Bryan Cranston here, as CEO Griffin Mill? Completely unhinged and hilarious. The over-the-top slapstick, huge executive energy. He nails every single scene he's in. The show was developed by Point Grey Pictures and Lionsgate Television and started filming in March 2024. It was mostly shot on location in Los Angeles, with scenes at Warner Brothers Studios in Burbank and even some sequences filmed at Fox Studios in Century City. The set for Continental Studios is stunning, inspired by Frank Lloyd Wright's Mayan revival architecture and houses designed by John Lautner, like the Harvey House and Silvertop. It gives the series a real blend of high gloss prestige and retro Hollywood charm. And a fun note, the character of Griffin Mill shares a name with Tim Robbins, studio exec from The Player. And yes, the long take in episode 1, a clear homage. The Player's opening was 8 minutes, the studio clocks in at 7. Every episode features celebrity cameos and they are absolutely amazing. For example, Charlize Theron pops up in episode 1, a wink to long shot from a past film with Rogen. Director Sarah Polley appears in episode 2 referencing Take This Waltz. Other surprise guests include Paul Dano, a wonderful funny turn from Martin Scorsese, Ron Howard, Anthony Mackie, Olivia Wilde and Zac Efron, just to mention a few, with the likes of Zoe Kravitz and Dave Franco playing themselves, while exaggerated versions of themselves, in recurring roles. Now, as I'm sure you can tell, I absolutely loved this show. It's a phenomenal concept, brilliantly written by Goldberg and Rogen, while quickly cementing themselves as two of the best screenwriters working today. The show is not only hilarious, but it's also clever, self-aware, and surprisingly emotional. While anyone can enjoy it, film buffs will absolutely adore it. It's a real love letter to cinema, while also taking hilarious jabs at the pretentious side of the industry. Think of it equal parts tribute and takedown. It never takes itself too seriously, has fun at its own expense, and those celebrity cameos, well, just gold. Bryan Cranston's performance deserves an award. His comedic brilliance, the writing, performances, the production value, everything for me just works. And therefore the Studio gets a 9.5 out of 10. So if you haven't checked out the Studio on Apple TV Plus, you're seriously missing out. It's funny, bold, and incredibly smart, and if you love movies, this is a must-watch. Let me know what you thought of the show in the comments, and if you loved any of those cameos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more reviews and recaps.